In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the information on pages Word 10 and 11 out of the textbook, and which is entitled Select Text. And before deleting, editing, or formatting text, you must select the text first. Now, selecting the text involves clicking and dragging the I-beam pointer across the text to highlight it. You can also click in the margin to the left of text, and that's when your mouse pointer turns into a right-pointing mouse pointer, similar to what you're seeing on the screen right now, to select whole lines or paragraphs. Now, if you take a look in the textbook on page Word 11, there is a table, and it's listed as table A4, which talks about the method for selecting text. Which, if you want to select any amount of text, you can just click and drag over the text. If you want to select a word, such as maybe the word travel, you can double-click the word and it will select it. Of course, there's using the drag method, but you can also double-click the word to select it. If you want to select a line of text, that's where you move your mouse pointer just to the left of the text and then you click. If you want to select a sentence on there, you can press and hold your control key, such as if I want to select the first sentence here, I can press and hold my control key and it selects the sentence to the next period. Now, of course, since there's a period here, it assumes that's the end of the sentence, which if I would do it on this next line on there, or this next paragraph, you notice that there it goes to the next period. I can also select a paragraph by triple clicking the paragraph, or if I move my mouse pointer to the left, I can double click and that will select the entire paragraph. Or if I'm wanting to select a large block of text, I can click at the beginning of the selection, press and hold my shift key, and then click at the end of the selection. If I want to select multiple non-consecutive sections, which means that text that is not touching each other or they're separate sentences, I can select my first selection and then I can press and hold my control key as I select the additional selection. Or if I want to select an entire document, I can go to the left over here where I have a right pointing mouse pointer and triple click, or I can press my Control and A key on my keyboard, or I can click the select button in the editing group and on the home tab, and then I can click select all. Now, if we look on page Word 10, step 1 tells us on here that we want to click on the Show Hide button in the paragraph group, and that is this button right up here. And of course, when we click on that, you'll notice that there's some special little marks that have just appeared in our document. Now, these formatting marks appear in this document window only, and they are special characters that appear on your screen, but they do not print. Common formatting marks include the paragraph symbol, which you see right here, which really indicate and shows you the end of a paragraph, or whenever you press the enter key. You'll also notice that between words, you'll see a dot symbol, which represents every time you hit the space bar. You also see the arrows here, and these arrows indicate and shows the location of a tab stop wherever you press the tab key. Now, working with formatting marks turned on can actually help you to select, edit, and format text with precision. If we look at step 2 now, it tells us to click before QST managers, and that is right up here in our 2. So if we click right there, it tells us that we're going to drag the I-beam pointer here to select the text. And of course the words are now selected. And for now, you can ignore the faint toolbar that appears over the text on there when you first select it. Now, whenever you select text, if you ever want to deselect text, all you have to do is click anywhere in the document window and it will deselect that text. Step 3 tells us we want to type in marketing staff. So if we start typing, we type in marketing staff, the text that we type will actually replace the selected text. Next, step 4 tells us we want to double click Ron. So on there, so we can double click Ron, or you can click and drag on there as well. And we want you to type in your first name. So I want to type in Jeff. Then next, I want you to double click Dawson on there. So you can double click to select the word, and then I want you to type in your last name. Now you'll probably notice in the video sometimes I may be selecting text instead of double clicking the text, and that's because with the video program that I do have that I make these videos with does not allow double clicking on there, so that's a little bit of a setback that's on there, but make sure that you double click, and double clicking is a little bit easier than clicking and dragging that's on there if you're wanting to select a word. Next we're going to go to step 5. And this is on page word 10, and it tells us that we're going to place the pointer in the margin to the left of the RE, and that way so that the pointer changed to a right pointing arrow. Then we're going to click to select the line, and then we're going to replace this text, and we're going to type in RE colon tab tab, hit our tab key twice there. We're going to type in launch of new Merino trekking tour, and so that's another way of replacing text. Now if you delete text by mistake, you can immediately click the undo button on the quick access toolbar, which is right up here. It's this button right here, and you'll see where it says undo typing on there, or I might say undo delete. It undoes or will undo the last action that you have, and that will restore the deleted text to the document, or it will undo the last action that you've just completed. Next, on step 6, it tells us that we're going to select the word deep in the 3rd line of the 1st paragraph, and that's where it talks about deep caves. So we're going to select the word deep. And then we're going to type in the word, and we're going to replace it with mysterious. Of course, the M does not have to be capitalized on there. So it's going to be, instead of deep caves, it's mysterious caves. Then next, we're going to select remote villages. So we're going to select both of these words right here, remote villages. And you want to make sure that you get that just before the dot that's on there. You want it just before wherever you hit the space bar at. And we're going to type in sun space or dash kisses or kissed beaches. Sounds a little bit better than a remote village. I'd rather be on a sun-kissed beach right now. And that's step 6. Step 7 tells us that we're going to select the sentence, Kai Hikeda is in Kuching hammering out the details, in the 2nd paragraph on there. So we can press and hold our control key and click on this sentence right here, and then we're going to press our delete key to delete it. And of course, whenever you press the delete key, that's going to remove the text from the document. Next, we're going to click on the Show Hide button again. That's going to remove the formatting marks, and we're going to click on the Save button on the Quick Access toolbar. Now, of course, the Show Hide button is what we call a toggle button, which means that you use it to turn on the formatting marks, and you also use it to turn off the formatting marks. Now, your document should look like figure A8 on page Word 11 on there, so you want to make sure that you review your information. Of course, where it says your name, you actually want to have your name in on it on there, but it should look what you see on the screen as well as what is on page Word 11. And that concludes the information on this video. On the next video, we're going to be talking about formatting text using the mini toolbar and also using the ribbon. So you can move on to the next video.